When most people hear the term Big Pharma, images of gleaming corporate towers, vast research labs, and formidable boardrooms may come to mind. The phrase evokes powerful emotions, blending awe, suspicion, and sometimes frustration. But what is Big Pharma really? Beyond the headlines and the heated debates, Big Pharma refers collectively to the world's largest pharmaceutical companies, multinational corporations responsible for developing, manufacturing, and marketing the medicines and vaccines that treat a vast spectrum of human illnesses. The story of Big Pharma began over a century ago with the dawn of modern medicine. Early pioneers, some of them pharmacists working in local drugstores, discovered active compounds in plants and minerals, creating the first mass-market pills and tonics. Over time, these small ventures expanded, driven by scientific discoveries and the growing needs of rapidly industrializing societies. With the breakthrough introduction of antibiotics like penicillin in the 1940s, pharmaceutical innovation became a beacon of hope, dramatically improving life expectancy and transforming the landscape of healthcare. Today, the pharmaceutical industry stands as one of the most profitable and influential sectors in the world, generating hundreds of billions of dollars in annual revenue. Industry giants such as Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Roche, Merck, Novartis, and GlaxoSmithKline operate on a global scale, employing thousands of researchers, scientists, and clinicians. These companies are not just suppliers of finished medicines. They are towering innovation engines, investing billions of dollars each year into research and development. The journey from discovery to a pill on the shelf is long and arduous, often taking more than a decade and involving a meticulous series of laboratory research, preclinical testing, multiple phases of clinical trials, and rigorous regulatory review. For every blockbuster drug that reaches patients, countless chemical compounds are studied, and the vast majority never make it to market. This high-stakes environment drives the industry to seek a balance between risk and reward. The cost of bringing a new drug to market is enormous, estimated to exceed $2 billion in some cases. Much of this investment goes into navigating the gauntlet of clinical trials, where new drugs must prove both their safety and effectiveness compared to existing therapies. The achievements of Big Pharma are undeniable. Their research has led to medical breakthroughs that have turned once deadly diseases into treatable conditions. Vaccines, for instance, have eradicated smallpox and brought polio to the brink of extinction, while new classes of drugs have transformed the prognosis for illnesses like HIV/AIDS, cancer, and hepatitis C. In times of global crisis, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, pharmaceutical companies mobilized at unprecedented speed, delivering the world's first vaccines in record time thanks to decades of prior research, collaboration, and massive financial investment. Yet, with this immense power comes profound responsibility and controversy. Critics argue that the business side of Big Pharma can overshadow its humanitarian mission. Allegations of price gouging frequently spark outrage, especially when the costs of life-saving medications are out of reach for ordinary people, even in wealthy nations. Some point to the opioid crisis as a tragic example of the industry's darker side, highlighting aggressive marketing campaigns and questionable lobbying practices that contributed to widespread addiction and countless deaths. Patent laws are another flashpoint. Pharmaceutical companies rely on patents to protect their intellectual property and recoup their vast investments, granting them exclusive rights to manufacture and sell new drugs for a set period, usually around 20 years from the date of discovery. While these exclusivities are designed to spur innovation, they can leave patients with few, if any, affordable alternatives, particularly in lower-income countries. It's a delicate balancing act, rewarding innovation without stifling access. Moreover, the profit-driven culture of Big Pharma raises questions about the priorities that guide research and development. Critics suggest that companies focus disproportionately on drugs that promise the highest returns, often for chronic conditions prevalent in wealthy nations, while rare diseases or those affecting poorer populations receive comparatively less attention. This phenomenon, sometimes called the neglected diseases problem, underscores the complex relationship between commerce and public health. Despite these challenges, Big Pharma remains an essential partner in the quest for better health outcomes. The pharmaceutical industry is increasingly embracing transparency, participating in global efforts to expand medicine access, and forming partnerships with governments, academic institutions, and nonprofit organizations. In recent years, collaborations like public-private partnerships have emerged, aimed at accelerating the development of urgently needed treatments for diseases such as malaria, tuberculosis, and Ebola. The regulatory environment ensures that companies are held to high standards of safety and efficacy. Agencies like the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, the European Medicines Agency, EMA, and their counterparts around the world rigorously scrutinize every step of the development process. Post-market surveillance also plays a crucial role, monitoring drugs for side effects and long-term safety issues that may not emerge during trials. At the same time, Big Pharma's operations are intertwined with ethical considerations. Clinical trials must be conducted with utmost integrity, ensuring that participants are fully informed and protected. The emergence of sophisticated biotechnology, including gene editing and personalized medicine, adds another layer of ethical debate as companies and regulators grapple with questions around privacy, consent, and equitable access. Big Pharma is also at the forefront of the fight against antibiotic resistance, a growing global threat. The misuse and overuse of antibiotics have rendered some infections incredibly difficult to treat, prompting pharmaceutical companies to invest anew in the development of next-generation antibiotics. A challenging endeavor given the scientific hurdles and lower commercial returns compared to other drug types. Looking ahead, the role of Big Pharma is only set to grow. Advancements in artificial intelligence, data analytics, and genomics are opening new frontiers in drug discovery and development. Precision medicine, tailoring treatments to the unique genetic makeup of each patient, holds tremendous promise for the future of healthcare. Yet, the fundamental questions remain. How can Big Pharma continue to innovate while ensuring that the fruits of scientific discovery are shared equitably? How can society encourage the development of new cures without making them unaffordable for those in need? The answers will require ongoing collaboration, honest dialogue, and a shared commitment to the health of all. In the end, Big Pharma reflects a profound paradox at the heart of modern medicine. It is both a vital engine of human progress and a business operating in a fiercely competitive global market. Its legacy is one of towering achievements and difficult debates, and its future will be shaped not just by scientific prowess, but by the values and choices of people everywhere. As patients, consumers, and citizens, we all have a stake in guiding this powerful force towards advancing health and well-being for generations to come.